So yeah, we finally found out these new updates for the software for my Sony A7C Mark II. I was honest with you. I want to be honest with you. I was double checking every now and then because I was waiting for it. I was waiting for this new software to be released, and finally we have it. I downloaded it today and I just installed it. And let's see together what are the new news. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from One Lens Solely, and today we're gonna check these news for the software 2.0 for my new Sony A7C Mark II. Why did I came here to this part of the city? Because we have stairs, and see it. Since one of the new things about this software update is the Dynamic Active Stabe, I wanted to test it out. So yes, if you follow the channel for a while, you know that I'm using a 28mm. So this is not the ideal focal length for vlogging, but I'm not vlogging so often right now. But as you can see, this Dynamic Active Stabe, I'm coming down the staircase and it's fairly stabilized. So this is the only thing that I was missing from my Lumix S5 Mark II X, and I have to say that finally Sony is on par with that. Sorry, I'm double checking the steps because as you can see, these are not so steep, but they are very long steps. So the staircase is long enough. I'm going down. We will test it out also coming upwards, and so far so good. So the other updates about this software are not so relevant. I saw some news about the FTP stuff. If you want to use your camera as a webcam, you can share files on the spot. Even while you are transferring files, you can shoot using the creator's app, so on and so forth. And there are plenty of new news, but this is the best one. The second one, which will interest the guys that are hybrid shooters and recording videos, is this. It's similar to the auto framing. So basically the camera will keep the framing always the same when you're recording videos. So once it's latched onto someone, it tries. It really sounds like auto framing. I didn't have the chance to test it yet, but I will, so stay tuned because we will see together. And as you can see, I'm coming up the staircase and it's fairly stabilized. It latches on my eye, and I have to say, with this 28mm, I have to keep it farther away from my body, but it's making a good job, I have to say. This f2.8 gives me separation, and this Active Stabe, despite its cropping in more than how much I would love it to be, it crops in. And another crop in will be if you switch to 60 frames per second. Yeah, it's not easy to climb and talk at the same time, but I have to say that 60 frames per second, the slow-mo, we don't need it for vlogging. So this will be fair, because if you want to keep your camera stable, you really don't need a gimbal. You can go out and shoot and record, because you would say street videography, slow motion street videography. I will yet have to try it out here on Lake Como. So how to update this camera? And finally, with the 60 frame per second in 4K and with this active Dynamic Stabe, this camera, it can be considered complete for hybrid shooters. But now, let me turn you around. I want to show you this beautiful lake. I'm on auto ISO. It says it's already too bright. It's already clipping the highlights for these clouds. As you can see, the city is in the shade because it's covered by the mountains, but we have fairly soft white clouds today. So I was saying, how can you download it? You can either use the creator's app, but I'm not so fancy and I don't trust it, honestly, because this Wi-Fi transferring of data, it really it's not something for me. I'm an old fellow. I come from the last century. So I downloaded it onto my SD card, and then you start the updates. It will take the same more or less 6 minutes, and in the meantime, while it updates the software, you will see a blank screen on the camera and the flashing red light on the left bottom corner. That tells you, do not worry, I'm working for you. So the thing will be ready quite soon. And then right after that, you have this additional Dynamic Active Stabe that might or might not change your life. It honestly is something that it's really a good addition, because these software updates, even after even a few years after camera release, it is not something that Sony users were used to. So it's a nice surprise, because they are still taking care of us even years after the camera has been released. And as you can see, I have these nice results. I just need my camera, an ND filter, and I just need to hand it out there, and the usual mic, and you can record on the spot, you can vlog, or eventually with the 60 frames per second and this active stay on the long side of the glass, because this is a 75mm plus the additional crop. If you want 60 frames per second, eventually you can also get it to APS-C format, and then use an additional auto framing or clear image zoom for this camera. Basically, I have a 28 to 150 mil with just one lens only. So let me know down here in the comments if you were waiting for this software to come and to be released, and if you are enjoying it, or if you did not update it yet. I warmly suggest you do it, because it seems stable. I only had troubles with this camera when I was using the Viltro glass, but I think it was the fault of the glass when I was switching from photo to video, and it would eventually freeze, and I had to take away the battery and put it back in. But apart from that, this update seems fairly stable. Follow the channel, because I will keep using it. I will keep you updated. I will let you know if it's a good addition or if it didn't really change my life. Of course, for photography, it doesn't change anything, but since it is a hybrid camera and I became a hybrid shooter, I only am grateful that they give us such good features in the same camera body without the need of purchasing anything in addition to that. So with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on your social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any videos to come, and I guess I will see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.